Indeed, now to Addis Ababa now, where diplomats are due to discuss yet another document seeking to have Kenyans' cases at the ICC withdrawn.
Well, KTN has learned that diplomats from Kenya and other East African countries are seeking to secure an African Union resolution urging for the termination or suspension of the cases facing President Uhuru Kenyatta, his deputy William Ruto, and radio journalist Joshua Arap sang.
Kenya delegates insist the decision have been pending before the AU for a while and that this is not a new effort. KTN's Joe Ageo now joins us with the latest on this developing story.
Well, this is a story that we've been getting in the last few hours, really, because it is a question that was not expected here, quite frankly, to be discussed. But what we are getting from speaking to many different people here who are following these discussions is that there is some item on the agenda concerning the ICC question. Now, many diplomats here, of course, remaining extremely cagey about it, some of them referring us to the newly sworn-in Cabinet Secretary Amina Mohammed, who is expected to arrive here sometime later this evening, and that he's going to be at this conference tomorrow morning, probably to champion that agenda. But here is what we are hearing so far, that there is some item on the agenda that diplomats from Kenya and elsewhere are saying has been there all the time, and that today Ugandan delegates here reminded the meeting that there ought to be a discussion about the ICC. Of course, the timing is curious given the fact that Kenya has been sending mixed signals about what it wants to do with the ICC cases. Remember, a few weeks ago there was a report that the Kenyan ambassador to the UN was pushing to have these cases stopped altogether, or at least suspended for the time being, and that is something that we are yet to confirm whether indeed that is what Kenya will be pushing. But remember, in 2011 the then President Mwai Kibaki was here pushing to have these cases brought back to Africa, seeking to get some sort of one voice from the African Union to make sure that these cases are either completely terminated, suspended, or at least handled by a certain African court, whether it was going to be at the African Union level or indeed in the regional court in Arusha. So we are going to wait and see what exactly the delegates are going to discuss. But remember, the heads of state and government, including President Uhuru Kenyatta, will be here, and they have the capacity really to fast track any item on the agenda and place it up there and discuss it. So if they do that and there is a resolution here, as I mentioned, we still don't know what the details of the exact resolution that the Kenyan delegation or indeed the Ugandan delegates will be seeking to achieve with regard to the Kenyan cases. But yes, we'll have to wait and see what pitch Amina Mohammed will be making when she comes here tomorrow, if at all.